Secretary, IT Department, Ajay Sani, Vice Admiral Chawla, Ms. Vishakha, Dinesh Kumar Tyagi, and my dear friends, this is my first function after being sworn in as a member of parliament just about an hour back. So, very, very happy to be here. First of all, let me tell you how happy we are with you guys. Yes. So I think give them a huge applause, everybody. Yeah. I think what you have done across the country is the biggest revolution that's ever happened anywhere, any time in the history of the world. Sorry, I can't deliver a speech in Hindi. I can, but then most of you will leave if I start speaking in Hindi. So I think I better stick to English. Well, from the time I was a district collector of Kottayam, what is Kottayam famous for? Anybody? Let's see how well informed the district managers are. There's something globally famous about the district where I was a district collector. Anybody? Raise your hands, anybody. Rubber is used for erasing and for tires. They don't even use it for making tires anymore. Come on, there's something more intellectual about Kottayam. Pardon? Ayurveda is, well, it's in Kottayam, all over Kerala. Come on, Kottayam is the first in something. You can't say, sir. You are too well informed. I want managers. Did you hear him whisper something? Hey, that's not exactly great amount of general knowledge coming from district managers of the Common Service Center, because you guys are supposed to know everything in this country, yes or no? People come to you and ask you things and you're supposed to tell them everything about India, and you guys don't know about this famous thing? Okay, Kottayam was the first 100% literate town in India. Come on, don't you have an applause for that? In fact, possibly this is the first 100% literate town anywhere in the world apart from the Vatican, because Vatican has only the Pope and the cardinals and the priests there, who are all supposed to be literate. Yeah. And therefore, we claim to be the first 100% literate town in the world, and that happened during the time when I was a district collector of Kottayam from 88 to 91. This happened in 1989. Don't you think it's a great thing? Don't you think you guys should know about this? Hey, why don't you shut those? Close at computers. I don't want anybody to be distracted. I know you're Googling. I know that. Yeah. Okay, so very happy to be here. And you heard all the figures from Mr. Tyagi, so I'm not going to repeat what's a great thing that's done. But one thing I can tell you, that you are the biggest agents for taking the Prime Minister's dream to the people. You are the biggest agents. Honorable Prime Minister has a dream for a new India. And what is that new India about? Well, it's an India which grows, number one, and number two, where the fruits of development reach the last man out there. Yes or no? And the biggest instrument for doing that is Digital India. Isn't it? That's the way I look at it. It's an instrument for reaching his dream to the poorest man out there. See, very often what happens around the world is, yes, there is a political agenda, there is a government agenda that, yes, economy must grow, but very often what happens is the growth of, the fruits of growth do not reach people there, isn't it? Now, what's happened in India, this Honorable Prime Minister said, sorry, we need to grow, yes. We need to create plenty of employment, yes, very important. But that employment must be created right down there in the villages where it reaches real people who don't have a voice. So this Digital India, in short, it provides a voice to the voiceless, yes or no? I think this is the biggest revolution. It gives them a hand in running the government. Directly, the government of India, the Prime Minister's dream is reaching the people of India directly. And it's not some vague, what you call, Garibi Hatao like slogan which the Prime Minister is saying. Here is a real benefit being given by you people to the people of India. I think you are the biggest agents. Thank you very much. And let me tell you, you've done a fantastic job. No doubt on this. No doubt absolutely on this. I think more than anybody else, you people have been responsible. And the people who manage the common service centers have been responsible for reaching out to the government. Now we have much bigger things coming, Umang, where the entire government services are going to be delivered, are being delivered since last week to the people of India, to start with 120 services, eventually going up to 1,400 services. And you are going to be the main instruments to bridge that gap. Keep on doing this great work, but we got to do it bigger. Yes or no? We got to train technology, isn't it? Yes or no? So train them. I think our target is 6 crores, but I think you should do 10 crores, isn't it? Never ever be satisfied with the little target which is given to you. Be hugely ambitious in your own area, hugely ambitious, and that's what will take the government. Talking of huge ambitions, I'm somebody who has a legitimate right to talk about for huge ambitions. You know, I'm from the IAS. I was one of the toppers, 79 batch. I studied in a Malayalam medium school in a village. You know how much I scored in my 10th board examination? Nobody from the stage is allowed to reply, of course. These people spy on me all the time, so they know it. Anybody who knows how much I scored in my 10th board examination? 99.9, because the girl who came first in the CBSE is from my colony in Noida, where I used to live till 3 days back, and she scored 99.9%. So somebody who's one of the toppers in the IA should be scoring something similar, isn't it? So you tell me how much I scored. Any idea? Come on, there must be some people from Kerala here who know it all. Well, hold your breath, I got 42%. I'm sure all of you scored much better than me, yes or no? How much did you score for your 10th board examination? 79, look at that. And how much did you score? 74, nobody less than 75, 74. I scored 42% and the big celebrations in my house when I scored 42%. Then I sat by the river and everybody called me dumb. I never got a prize in anything in school, never gone up the stage, never gone in front of the classroom. When I got this 42%, I sat by the river and I asked myself a big question, which changed my life. And that question is, why am I born? Now let me ask you, how many of you have asked yourself this question? Why am I born? Not I, you. One, I see one hand up there. According to me, this is a big difference between a dog on the street and a man. He asks himself, why am I born? And your entire life is a journey to discover the meaning of that question, isn't it? Yes or no? Now, if you have not asked yourself that question, think again. Are you really human beings? I'm not saying anything. Go think. I thought for a while, and the reply which I got was this dumb kid who got 42%. I said, I am going to change the world. I said that. I told myself. And ladies and gentlemen, I decided I'm intelligent. I decided I have talents. I won a prize in college in everything that I ever wanted to. Everything. I became a topper. Is it easy? I taught myself English. And I don't speak bad English, I guess. I said, I want to really change the world. My dear people, go change the world in your districts. Now, the Prime Minister has given you a dream, but have your own dreams. I will do it better than anybody else. And there is one thing I tell myself every day is, I got to do things better than anybody else in the world. And mind you, it's possible. It's not difficult. Don't think only the white man can do great things. We can all do things better than anybody else, provided you must want it. Yes or no? Don't just think about yourself as district managers on contract for a couple of years. Think of yourself as the leaders, as the voice of the Prime Minister, And that voice takes a big dream out there, and you people having your own individual dreams. Yes or no? Yes, have that big dream. Let me tell you a little story. Sorry, Ajay, I'm deviating from literacy. But you guys will talk all about the numbers. I don't have to repeat how many million transactions done and all that. And as minister, it's not my job to parrot those numbers. I know the numbers. If you want me to say that, I can say them. But then I don't think that's it. Let me tell you a small little thing which I did as a district collector. One day, an 80-year-old lady walks up to my residence when I was collector of Kottayam, and she said, "This is the third time I'm coming to see the collector, and you weren't here. Where were you? You know, it's so difficult to get to the collector's residence. I had to change bus thrice, and I can't come alone because I'm old. I'm 80 years old. I'm semi-literate, so I got to seek help from somebody else, my neighbor. I came. This is the third time I'm coming. Where were you?" Good question. I think people have a right to question the government. Yes or no? I've always held that the citizen has a right to question anybody, including the Prime Minister. And then the punchline, she says, "The government is giving you a car. Why can't you come and see me in my village?" I don't think many other district collectors would have loved that statement. I smiled, and in the evening I was talking to my wife at dinner. I said, this lady came and said, "Why can't the district collector come and see a lady in her village?" This was the inspiration for one of the greatest innovations ever done in the history of administration government. And this won the highest UN award for Kerala 2 years back, called the Mass Contact Program. I took my entire district administration to her village, to the panchayat. Sorry, I just don't go like that. 2 months preparation. I select 2 panchayats and select a school in the middle and say, collector is coming to that school on such and such a date at 8 o'clock. And I'm bringing my entire district administration. You file petitions, your grievances regarding anything under the sun, file in the panchayat office. Mind you, I used to get 5,000 petitions on the average. Take it to the collectorate, read it over 3 days, day and night. Then I would send it to my SP and other district officers saying, "Dear SP, here are 500 petitions about the police. Now, please examine these and come prepared to this school." And the SP always sits in room number 2. Come to the room number 2 and you please find a solution. I give them 15-20 days. And the rule is very simple. Whatever is asked must be granted. You can't say, "Come and collect the ration card tomorrow from the Taluk Supply Office." No, it must be delivered there. If it's land title, you can't say, "Come and collect it from the village office tomorrow." No, it must be delivered there. 5,000 petitions disposed of right there. And of course, with massive lunch for 10,000 people given by the panchayat. And in the evening, there is a meeting where, starting with the additional district magistrate on behalf of the collector and then the SP coming up on the stage and explaining the action taken on each of these petitions from 6 o'clock goes up to midnight. Accountability. And I did this across my panchayats, covered all my panchayats. And this was, of course, replicated in Kerala. Is it a good idea? And where did the idea come from? An 80-year-old semi-literate lady. You know what's the problem with the government? We all think we are the ultimate repository of wisdom. We know everything. Especially political leaders, IAS officers, IPS officers, maybe people in the armed forces. I don't know too much about the armed forces, even though the former defense secretary was my batchmate, Mohan. We all think we know everything. We all have such hugely inflated egos. Yes or no? The fact is we know so little. The people know so much better than us what they want, isn't it? Yes or no? So if you only listen to people, are open to meeting people, like in 35, 40 years of my public service as a district collector, then as an MLA, I never had a visiting time. That board wasn't there on my door. Anybody could walk in any time. I still take all my calls. As an MLA, I've taken all my calls myself. Even today as a minister, I take all my calls. Of course, if I'm in a meeting like this, I don't take a call, but I'll call back. Please, my dear people, listen. You are the voice of the government of a big dream in the district. Please listen to people. Don't say, "No, this is the way." Listen to them. You represent the government in the district. Tell your people in the CSC centers, you are the voice of the Prime Minister of the government. Listen to people. All right? Yeah. I'm not telling you more about digital literacy. I'm just trying to motivate you. You people are not just district managers of the CSCs. You are the big time, let me put it, big time voice of the government out there. Go, spread this message. Tell your CSC operators, you are the most important people in this country. All right, tell them. Okay, please tell them. And give them confidence. And let them learn to smile. We Indians have a huge problem smiling. The bigger the guy is, my God, you sit with your muscles so much pull up. Why are we doing this? Why can't we smile a little more? Yes or no? Yes, why don't we smile? Even when people come to beat you up. Like the other day, what happened in Imphal airport. Did you see the videos? Yeah. There was a lady weeping there, crying there, and I walked up to her and I said, what can I do for you? And I was almost beaten up. Doesn't matter. That's part of your life. My wife was beaten up badly when I was Commissioner, Delhi Development Authority. She's got 32 stitches on the head. It's a part of your professional this thing, isn't it? You learn to live with it. That's the way things are, yes or no? Yeah, that's the way it should be. And ladies and gentlemen, live with a backbone. God has created you with a backbone. Live with that backbone with a lot of courage and a lot of strength. Let me congratulate my department, Ajay and Tyagi and Vishaka. And thank you for coming. And my department is amazing. I've got some of the most committed people in the whole world in my department. They're doing such an amazing job. Every one of them is a genius. So are you. Aren't you? Yes or no? Come on, say yes, man. What's the problem? Yeah. Unless you believe in yourself, how are you ever going to do it? Yes, believe in yourself as I believe in myself. Yeah, so my people have done such an amazing job. I think the biggest revolutions happening in this country, I'm very happy to say it's happening in my department and my officers have driven it. Congratulations to them and congratulations to you. Thank you for inviting me. And sorry, I have to leave because I have a busy day today. Because I have to postpone a whole lot of my scheduled meetings in the morning because of my oath taking. And so if you will kindly pardon me, I will leave. Thank you very much.